We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Burrow on play action. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 3rd down, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for L.A. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McGee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 36.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Logan Wilson coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. Of 6 yards on the sack. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Powers by at the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's McGee. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. From his end zone, Wilson. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Gardner. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Herbert on 1st down now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On the give, this is Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. He's got him. Touchdown, LA. Jalen Guyton with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain that time for the Chargers. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Herbert now. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Gardner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
133 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Open space inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide from Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. 3rd and 2, now Burrow.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And now, boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. The handoff, it's Eckler. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he fires one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run here with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's Eckler again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Well, 193 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Badgley's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. You call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So, for the Chargers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.